What is the greatest design fuck-up of the human body? Dunno, but I wish my tongue could clean my teeth like a toothbrush does. Edit. Thanks for the death threats. My tongue has some pretty epic showdowns with popcorn kernels. Strategic battle of wits. The breathing hole and the food hole are stupid close. You can bite the inside of your cheeks and your tongue. And once you do, you're resigned to it happening over and over again because it swells. Can relate. I don't bite it for 3 months and then I bite it 6 times in one day and it sucks. The brain knowing it's doing wrong but still pushing itself to do it for some dopamine. Dopamine is one hell of a drug. Do drugs. If you do, it'll give you drugs. Your brain. Anaphylaxis. Your body will choke itself to death in an attempt to protect itself. Your body will do anything to keep you alive, even if it kills you. For example, fevers. Your body has an infection, so your body heats itself up to 40 degrees in an attempt to kill the infection, but your body can't survive at 40 degrees. Edit. Celsius, not Fahrenheit, not Kelvin. Celsius. Edit 2. Thanks to the endless number of people in the replies, I can safely say it's actually 42 degrees Celsius, not 40. Edit 3. Thanks again to the replies for pointing this out. Your body can't survive long periods of time while in a serious fever. If you take me down, I'm taking you down with me. Kind of makes sense. Kill the bacteria for the good of the herd. The greater good. Roll your ankle once and it's never the same. Edit. Thank you strangers for my first silvers. I nervously straightened out how I was sitting after reading this one. Haha. I remember in an osteology class, we were asked to guess which ankle was a gorilla's versus a human's. Naturally, many of us, including me, picked the more robust ankle as the gorilla's, but we were dead wrong. Humans have extremely strong and substantial ankles because we're on just 2 feet all day long. This comes at the cost of making them less flexible, however. Then I'd like to speak to the manager about my Disney princess ankles because I was cheated on both fronts. Sometimes I choke on water. Sometimes I choke on the air I'm supposed to breathe. Go stick. Not my joke. Not sure where I got this from, but it always makes me giggle and choke some more when do it. Edit. Clarification. Testicles. I understand the reason they're not inside the body, but damn, could we not have evolved some type of bollock armor by now? Edit. While this was unexpected, thanks for the doubloons. I get with all the upvotes on this, we need to send a written complaint to the male design department to design some kind of scrotal ribcage. Like a nice purple velvet crown royal bag. Edit. Thank you very much Ostrongo for the gold. Women having to bleed and hurt for about a week every month just because they didn't get pregnant. The knees. For a body part that needs to endure so much stress, they are also very delicate. It's one of the most commonly injured body parts, and it doesn't seem to heal well without surgical intervention. Tear a meniscus? Probably going to need surgery to get part of it cut out, since most of the meniscus doesn't have a blood supply and can't heal itself. Our knees do so much and take a crapload of stress every day. Do one little thing wrong or have one little thing not line up right and you hurt for the rest of your life. They also affect our feet, hips and back when they don't work right. They are easy to destroy on our enemy. It's great that they are hinged so we can walk and run and jump and crawl and all the other crap they allow us to do, but they are weak. After 14 years of constant pain and getting ready for my 8th knee surgery, I have days I wish my docs would cut my legs off above the knees and give me prosthetics. My pain scale starts at a 2. I will never see a 0 again in my life and am not a candidate for a replacement. Damn, not a candidate for replacement? Reading your comment, this was the first thing I was going to suggest. My uncle just had his knee replaced and was walking up and down his driveway a week after surgery. Have you gotten multiple opinions? Usually a meniscus replacement candidate is relatively active, young, and at a healthy weight. When I had my first knee surgery at 18, they offered to replace it. They didn't offer it for the second one at 26 because I only met 2 out of the 3 requirements respectively. Your brain that just randomly decides it wants to die. Mental illness, specifically depression. You paradoxically want to isolate, immobilize, refuse to get help. The illness is parasitical and self-preserving, until and if it wins with death. You don't think in depression that you've put on a grey veil and are seeing the world through the haze of a bad mood. You think that the veil has been taken away, the veil of happiness, and that now you're seeing truly. Andrew Solomon. Sacrum bone is just a ducked-up tail and it really hurts if you fall on it. Teeth. What the hell, I don't have to go twice a year to get my armpits scraped out lest they rot off. You have to poop, but it's not convenient right now? It's okay, there's a muscle you can squeeze to hold it. You have to pee, but it's not convenient right now? It's okay, there's a muscle you can squeeze to hold it. Your period starts, but it's not convenient right now? Well, guess what? Even though the uterus is basically made of muscle tissue, and one of its main functions is squeezing, you have no voluntary control over it. So have fun bleeding all over the place. Edit, whoa, geez, hi everybody. Thanks for the gold. Oh man, I just envisioned a world where I could go to the bathroom to have my period and not have it any other time during the day. That would be so beautiful. Although with menstrual cups, that's pretty close. One that stood out to me is when my professor said we are terrible at detecting oxygen levels. Also, I think this is more evolutionary, but the fact that we respond to psychological problems with the flight or fight response. It's like we can't tell the difference. Body is just like, stress. Have some cortisol. Let's go. Body gets me ready to fight a tiger, but I just need to do my homework. Better yet, if you have an anxiety disorder of any kind, the brain is fighting tigers. 247. We laugh about this now, but when those raging tigers finally show up, I'll be able to run a very short distance as depression caused me to overeat and I'll probably in turn be eaten by the tigers. Tinnitus. Hearing loss, sure. But a lingering constant ringing? Duck that. That shouldn't be possible. I have extremely loud tinnitus. 247. It sucks my energy away like nothing else. Worst thing is I'll never get to enjoy silence in my life ever again. So do I. Going on 12 years now. Sometimes it changes pitch and sometimes it's a tiny bit quieter, but it's 247. I wear hearing aids too and at night I have to take them out. Then I can't hear music or anything at night to try to block out the tinnitus. So I've learned to sleep with it. How common it is for women to die during childbirth. WTF nature? I did what my hormones were begging me to do since I was 13, and you kill me for it? Wait, are you dead? Obviously. I only half remember this, so hopefully someone can elaborate. Part of the human eye is arranged backwards. The optic nerve has to pass through it, which creates a blind spot. Some species have a more efficiently designed eye where this part is facing forwards, so the optic nerve just plugs into the back of it. The retina, which has light-sensing cells, is at the back of your eye. The retina gathers information based on the light falling on it, and then sends it to the optic nerve, which in turn carries the information to the brain. Ideally, the optic nerve should be completely behind the retina, so that the entire back end of your eye can be covered with light-sensing cells, and while this is true for octopuses and squids, cephalopods, we humans were just sort of unlucky with evolution in this regard. For us humans, the optic nerves are in front, and the part where the optic nerve sort of bundles and goes into the brain is the blind spot. This image I saw on Sisho might explain better. Because I have food poisoning right now, it would be how our body reacts to illness. I'm shitting straight water, have major stomach cramps and am gassy both ends, and I know that eating food and drinking electrolytes will help me, but my body doesn't want it. RIP. Feel better. The awesome, there is an army of fully autonomous hunter-killer organisms inside us that will seek out and ducking obliterate anything harmful that they can identify as being a foreign threat. The minor suck when the identification goes awry and they fail to recognize a threat. The major suck when they decide a perfectly functioning internal organ is in fact a foreign invader. Autoimmune disorders are awful, awful things. Source: my immune system is really quite effective. It did a scorched earth number on my own pancreas a few decades ago. What's that? A pancreas? Duck that thing in particular. Fortunate son starts playing Huey's takeoff from an aircraft carrier in the bloodstream. Napalm is dropped on the pancreas. WBCS move in and decimate the pancreas. We did good, boys.